Hand on the game, we are not playing the same. No, we not looking to change. Hand on the wheel, they think we lacking the drive. Boy, you should stay in your lane. Foot on the gas, I do not care if I crash, as long as I stick to the plan. What is the plan? I cannot lie for none of you, long as I know who I am. I'm in control, God got his hand on my soul. And if I land and he got the remote, made it this far, it's a miracle, miracle. Anything less is cynical, cynical. Staying true, I can't lie in your interview. Tell the truth while you lie with your interview. And your acting is so hypocritical. In control, nothing more, this is minimum. Can't stop now, I'ma grind till I'm ghost. I thank God how he held me down the most. Can't stop now, gotta grind till I'm ghost. Gotta thank God how he held me down the most.
Got the whole team on my back. I ain't worried about no stats. No time to compete with so-and-so. No time to compete with so-and-so. I ain't got a brag when I'm in my bag. No, no, no. Been through a lot, don't know the half. No, no, no. When I'm on drive, never lose control. Hand on the game, never lose control. It ain't my fault that I'm in control. When I'm on drive, never lose control.
On a mission, on the move, gotta go, no, no. Ain't no time to waste my time, we don't slow down. You can nap me in dimensions, big dog in dimensions. We be aiming for the fences, I'm in a different dimension. Why y'all be riding the bench? Y'all could just cut through the tension. Graduated from the trenches, no cap and gone. I ain't never need a handout, on my 2 feet, I'ma stand out. I ain't never take a loss now, ain't gon' start now, at the top now, and I know. Can't stop now, I'ma grind till I'm ghost. I thank God how he held me down the most. Can't stop now, gotta grind till I'm ghost. Gotta thank God how he held me down the most.
Got the whole team on my back. I ain't worried about no stats. No time to compete with so-and-so. No time to compete with so-and-so. I ain't got a brag when I'm in my bag. No, no, no. Been through a lot, don't know the half. No, no, no. When I'm on drive, never lose control. Hand on the game, never lose control. It ain't my fault that I'm in control. When I'm on drive, never lose control.
Some people love me, and they don't even know I have a hard time loving myself. Some people judge me, and they don't even know I have a hard time judging myself. Life gets ugly, but I got a paintbrush and paint a pretty smile on myself. Mouth stay shut even when I need help. In too deep in the water, Mike Phelps. Swimming lessons, I still got many unanswered questions. Sick of the anger, sick of depression. Wanna be grateful, count your blessings. Just give me my salad, you keep the dressing. Cause I'm cream of the crop, he paid the price, I'm worth a lot. He told me go, why would I stop? Rest on my thoughts, jump off the tire, D'Lo Brown with the frog splash. Leaps of faith, what I call that. If you hit my line for the old me, when I hang up on you, don't call back. I ain't gon' block my blessings, I'd rather block your number. Life taught me so many lessons, Been down bad, never under. There's breath in my lungs. Some people die young, where I come from. Woke up and gave thanks to Father and Son. Filled with the Spirit, I shine like the sun. Ghost in me, but I ain't haunted. Bad vibes, keep them, don't want it. Pride hard to swallow, doggone it. And you were really never my opponent. I'm fighting evil, man, they hearts black. They wanted my life, told them back. Got an itch for sin, can't scratch that. Keep the truth loaded in the black gap. Just know if I said it, I'm in it, and they gon' take it back. Learn the game brighter than my granddaddy's Cadillac. Young man, old song, imagine that. Ain't in my control, gotta pray, let them handle that. God hit my line, get me to play. Roger that, gang torn, alright, you hate like a running back. If you ain't catch everything I said, better run it back. Eating up this beat, break bread, where your sandwich at, y'all. Thought I was done? No, this beat ain't like Kobe, I'm too full. My God, sick old mode, he too cold. I'm skating on beats, froze on with the flow.
Hey, yo, Jay, can we get some ratchet one time? Look, I don't wanna talk. How you try and press the kid and really you was soft. All you know is capping, homie, you don't know the law. Pedal to the metal, you ain't catching me in park. I just hit the stop. I don't wanna speak. Talking all that good, so I just hit you with the plays. Running up the score like Tyreek, I'm going deep. Watch me how I'm saucing, I be spreading it with ease. You gon' see the peace. You gon' see the flex when you hear these writtens. Trust me, you know the difference. I got a long ways to climb before you see a slippage. I see the process and the journey I'm supposed to be, but perplexed, cause I don't really see nobody close to me. Hopefully this ain't wasted and I know it ain't. You gotta take the time for seasoning to marinate. You need the patience under pressure just to detonate. I'm trying to blow up and these heathens need to get it straight. Gifted with a vision and precision, I'm just trying to make it high key. Might be breaking free like I was Zion in some Nikes. Tucked at the crib, bro, you know just where to find me. Making beats and spitting crack verses pretty likely. Yeah, socks with the burst, boy, I ain't changed a bit. Normal guy till I die, you know what it is. You probably thought I'd give up now that I got some kids, but really now I got these arrows aiming at your ribs. I don't wanna talk. How you try and press the kid and really you was soft. All you know is capping, homie, you don't know the law. Pedal to the metal, you ain't catching me in park. I just hit the stop. I don't wanna speak. Talking all that good, so I just hit you with the plays. Running up the score like Tyreek, I'm going deep. Watch me how I'm saucing, I be spreading it with ease. You gon' see the peas. Hey, please be on the notice, these my motives. Bought my chicken and it's rotis. You parsimonious, you take it all cause you a locust. My focus is to grow this mission. A visionary, get a dictionary. We here off the rip and we ain't sharing, we just caring. Let me speak it to the manager. We damage her, no you ain't messing with an amateur. I'm ramming, the competition, they ain't standing up. They fanning from left to right cause now they branded us. Now who that is? Mike Jones, they ain't want me now, they all on me. Got counterfeits trying to play me, I guess they thinking I'm Sony. These big head dummies showing up and out of their character. Homie, you need a price cause without it the squad ain't hearing you. Top of that, we ain't fearing yet. We swinging for the fences with the sting of a left hook that connects with Sonny Liston. I'm dismissing any and all of the disrespect. Nonetheless, it ain't a threat, I'm just letting y'all know who's next. I don't wanna talk. How you try and press the kid and really you was soft. All you know is capping, homie, you don't know the law. Pedal to the metal, you ain't catching me in park. I just hit the start. I don't wanna speak. Talking all that good, so I just hit you with the plays. Running up the score like Tyreek, I'm going deep. Watch me how I'm saucing, I be spreading it with ease. You gon' see the peas, you gon' see the...
I don't think they running at my pace. Jordan 1s, gotta keep them laced. If she bad, I might have to get a taste. Whip go vroom, I'll set them on a chase. I don't think they running at my pace. Jordan 1s, gotta keep them laced. If she bad, I might have to get a taste. Whip go vroom, I'll set them on a chase. That's the way. I said I'ma do it, I'ma get it anyways. All I do is work, I got this money on my brain. I don't like to talk, I just got way too much to say. They been trying to get me, I'ma get them out of the way. I said I'ma do it, I'ma go and get it back. We got in a whip, then I went and hit the dash. I've been thanking God for this life that I done had. I don't need opinions, dog, I only need a facts. What's real, dog? Sitting still, dog. They in they feels, dog. I got these bills, dog. Need a meal, dog. If they wantin' less, it's no deal, dog. I don't think they running at my pace. Jordan 1s, gotta keep them laced. If she bad, I might have to get a taste. Whip go vroom, I'll set them on a chase. I don't think they running at my pace. Jordan 1s, gotta keep them laced. If she bad, I might have to get a taste. Whip go vroom, I'll set them on a chase.
Where you from?
At the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Ayy, on the road, here we go, here we go. Yeah, we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming, I'm a landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command, like. Yeah, you about to see me on demand, like. You know on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream, and we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't ever going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Ayy, on the road, here we go, here we go. Yeah, at the top of the class on a roll. Ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Yeah, on the road, here we go, here we go. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Ayy, on the roll, here we go, here we go. Yeah, at the top of the class on a roll. Ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Yeah, on the roll, here we go, here we go. Here we go. On a roll, here we go, here we go.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Frankie Candles live stream every single weekday right here at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Well, I should say every single weekday except for yesterday because I was dying yesterday, guys. I don't know what I have. I know it's not the C. Whatever you guys want to, I think you guys get it. It's not that. I tested for that. It's not that. Maybe the flu. I don't think it's the flu either. But I am absolutely, I said this in the Discord before, I am absolutely getting my butt kicked. Just getting slapped around like my mother used to do with the wooden spoon by this cold flu thing that I got going on. So, guys, I didn't want to leave the CandleMafia hanging today. I apologize. I can almost guarantee you this is probably going to be a little bit of a lower energy stream, but I could not leave you guys hanging as we approach the bottom of this range. I had to come on here. We're probably going to run pretty short today. Might not do the altcoins, but I want to at least hop on here and give you guys a Bitcoin update as we approach these critical levels of support. Are we going to get some kind of a bounce off these levels, or are we just going to crack these supports and come much lower, first stopping off at 25K and then potentially having this head and shoulders play out all the way to 23K is all in the cards, guys. So I want to cover everything. Take a look at the support underneath us. Take a look at the chances of a breakdown versus a break up. And then, again, I don't think we'll take a look at the altcoins. Maybe we'll take a look at Ethereum because Ethereum has been making some moves as well. Again, I apologize for the low energy, but I'll try to keep it going for you guys. But I couldn't just not stream again, guys. I hate taking days off for the stream. But I got the market update yesterday, which was actually, I was pretty happy with the market update, I'll be honest with you. But with all that being said, guys, let's go ahead and say what is up to chat, because I see you guys in there. I got to say, guys, I think, like, my favorite thing in the world is just watching chat talk to each other. Like, you guys all know each other now, and it's, like, the funniest thing. I see people, I just see people, like, making fun of each other, like, in a friendly way, just kind of breaking each other's chops. It's absolutely hilarious, and I love it. So, shout out to the CandleMafia. I was just watching you guys go back and forth. You guys are hilarious. But let's go ahead and see who we got in chat today. I'm going to try not to cough through this entire stream, guys. But let's go ahead and see who we got in here. Shout out to Dixon. Shout out to Dixon. Welcome in, bro. As you guys know, I can't say Dixon's last name, but shout out to Dixon. Says, I can't wait to not be poor after Pulse Chain launches. Oh, hey, shout out to Dixon. Maybe we'll have to take a look at Hex. Shout out to RX RXR Sim says, what's good? What's going on, RX? Thank you for being here, bro. I appreciate you. Shout out to Devin. Devin Faust says, Pepe, question mark. We could probably pop in and check on Pepe real quick as it has pulled back, obviously. Shout out to Creighton C. Shout out to Creighton C, as always, bro. Shout out to John Davis. Thank you for being here, bro. Appreciate you. PS5 Future of Gaming says, at Frankie Candles, the Mafia is here. Let's go, legend. Shout out to you, man. I appreciate you for being here. PS5 Future of Gaming, you're always in here, man. I do appreciate you. Shout out to Beft Up in the house. I'm my hero. Hope your good boy or your good girl is doing well. I see him in the picture there. Shout out to I'm my hero. Thank you for being here. Absolute OG. Shout out to Luke. Shout out to Melissa Santiago. You guys saw it in chat before. We got Jessica and Melissa in here. I believe that's all I saw. We got the Candleettes in the house. Jessica being our female CandleMafia representative. But we got HD Crypto. What is going on, man? 84 Reckless, as always, learning what is going on. And last but not least, we got the mods, guys. Show the mods some love in chat. We got Rob the Crypto Snob, Tyler Durden, Tony D, Crypto Billy, Crypto Anon. Not sure 100% who else is in here, but shout out to all the mods, guys. You know who they are. Show them some love in chat. We got 385 people in here right now. Don't forget to smash that like button. Every 100 likes we get, you guys get a spin on the wheel of pain and pleasure, where you have a chance to win some crypto. I don't know if we're going to spin it today. We're probably going to have like a mega stream tomorrow where we make up all the spins that we didn't do the day before yesterday and the spins that we likely will not do today. We'll make them up all tomorrow when we do the giveaway. I will say this, guys. I am pretty confident that it'll be back. I'll be back to normal tomorrow, hopefully, as long as I don't wake up feeling like absolute garbage. I'm hoping to be back to my regular schedule tomorrow, live for the full stream. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. But with all that being said, guys, we got a lot to look at here on the chart. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump on into the charts. Here we go. Oh no, I'm on ultra wide, guys. Hang on, going back to the face. I'm sorry. I hate to make you stare at this face any longer. But I'm just kidding, guys. But let me go ahead and change my aspect ratio here, or my resolution, I should say, back to 1080. Okay, here we go. Bada boom. All right, let's go ahead and jump into the charts. Here we go. All right, there we go. That's much better here. Let's go ahead and turn off our TA. And let's talk, guys, because Bitcoin has, as we expected, or we kind of knew it was inevitable, we have approached the bottom of our range. Now, actually, let me go ahead and let me see here. Let me go ahead and let me pull up a fresh chart here. Let me pull up a little freshkey. I don't know what's on this chart. There we go. Hopefully, okay, it's for the most part. Let me just make sure I don't have anything important on here. I'm just going to go ahead and clear all these drawings. And I do just want to kind of talk to you guys about this range, right? We got this range right here. And we've approached the lows, right? We've been looking at this for quite some time, just kind of waiting for price to come back and revisit the lows of this, the lows of this range. And here we are. It has finally happened. Now, don't forget, guys, we do still have our head and shoulders. Let me go ahead and pull that up. Just let TradingView point it out for you. It's a little bit easier. But there you go, right? Here is that head and shoulders we've been watching. Now, as you guys know, I am not getting overly bearish at these levels, right? We are not immediately trying to short any breakdowns here. Granted, I am short. I believe I am short from right up here. I am also in another scalp short, I believe, from right up here. Just absolutely savage scalping in the premium Discord recently, guys. Actually, this one was not in the premium. I will say, I felt like I was cheating on the kitchen. I just randomly hopped into this trade because I saw everything. It was like a quick trade. I couldn't get it into the Discord soon enough. But I am short from here. But I am also, we got a scalp long, rode this scalp long up basically from the bottom here all the way up to the top of this candle. And then I actually reversed my position on BitGet. I used the reversal tool because I was up pretty big on my long here. Saw some signals to go short. Absolutely just reversed that position. And now I am in that short position all the way at the bottom here, or from the top. Now we sit down here, so not too bad, but as you guys know, we are not getting super bearish at the lows of this range just yet, right? Obviously, the decisive break of these lows is going to likely cause a bigger move to the downside, closer to about 25K. I'll pull up that VPVR, and you can see, right? Like, once we start losing these range lows down here, you can see we do have a pretty big fall off in volume here, nothing but air, which is likely going to wind up ending in a quick move to the downside. And that next likely spot for price to go is going to be, let me get rid of Market Cipher B real quick here. The next spot for price, I mean, if you guys watch the stream, this is nothing new. Next likely spot for price to go is going to be to revisit these highs down here at about $25,000. It's really between 25.3 and 24.8-ish. But yeah, 25K is essentially going to be the next big target because we do have that big gap. Maybe a pretty quick move down. And then as you guys can see, this measured move or this technical target for the breakdown of this head and shoulders does bring you down here to this point of control at about $23,000. And you can kind of see the point of control right here, this white line from our VPVR. But if you pull a range on this little area of price action back here, oh, let me unextend that. Bear with me. There we go. You could see if we go ahead and pull this range right here, that POC does get pretty close to that $23,000 level here as well. Now I can pull up the exact, I don't remember exactly where that range was pulled from. Yeah, there you go. That is basically kind of the range that I am looking at. And that is also kind of bringing you to right here is at about 25.3, right? This is 25.3 at the top of these wicks here. But the top of this value area, high is at about 24,600 is what I would call it. Now, obviously, support and resistance is typically a range, guys. You know this. I know this. But this is kind of what I'm looking at, right? Likely going to get some kind of a reaction off of, or could get some reaction off of these wicks here. But really what I'm looking at for serious support to come in is the shelf of volume here. And by shelf of volume, guys, we've been talking about this recently. All the shelf of volume is you can see, right? There's no volume here whatsoever, right? Really no volume here, and then boom, you have that big ledge, right? And that is basically, this is what I'm talking about when I'm talking about a shelf of volume. You could just think if price is going to fall, where is it going to hit? It's going to bounce off that shelf, right? Like a physical shelf on the wall. So that is basically what I would be looking at for the significant support to come in. But you just have to be expecting some kind of a bounce off of 25.3 because you do have those highs there. But I'm going to draw this box basically to the start of that shelf, coming in closer to about $25,000 even. So that's going to be the next stop to the downside, as we've been talking about for a week or so. And then obviously we start breaking these lows and get below this value area high. That is basically where we may get accepted back into this area of balance, and we can expect to potentially revisit that point of control down at 23K, which will fulfill the technical target or the technical breakdown target of this head and shoulders down to about 23K. And then obviously if we break that level, your next major stop would be this value area low at about $22,500. So I just want to go over those lower levels really quickly in case we continue to break down here. I know we've gone over that, but I just kind of wanted to touch on that as we are starting to approach these lows. Now, I do want to get rid of the TA here and just kind of take a look at the indicators here and see if there's anything that we can kind of take away from this. Now, this orange line, guys, is just an alert for if Bitcoin crosses this line, I will get a trading view alert. So just ignore that line. But if we come up here to the higher time frames, you can see here now, this is kind of what I'm looking at right now. 2-day blood diamond, right? We were looking at this for quite some time, expecting that further move to the downside. That's part of the reason why we were expecting a visit of these range lows. What part of that was that 2-day blood diamond. But look at this money flow on the 2-day just continuing to come out here. This is definitely more of a bearish sign. Now, obviously, your VWAP is rounding up here. Kind of too soon to take anything away from this. However, money flow coming out on the 2-day is definitely a little bit more of a bearish look. You're even starting to get your money flow to start to teeter over here on the 3-day as you have made a lower high. Now, moving on down to the daily, we have our daily VWAP starting to get rejected at that 0 line, getting a little pullback here as money flow starts to come out. So that is another thing to keep an eye on, another kind of point for the bears there. But coming up to some of our higher time frames, a lot of these VWAPs on the higher daily time frames do look like they may be a little overextended here. Does not mean price can't come down more, but something we have to keep an eye on. Obviously, your 12 and your 16-hour money flow is now in the red, which is definitely more of a bearish look as well. Really, like if this is a kind of a strong crossover into the red, this is probably going to leak into the daily, right? This is kind of what I'm watching. If this money flow crossover into the red starts to leak into the daily, that would be a pretty bearish sign, in my opinion, if this money flow continues to fall out here. And then those double blood diamonds, guys, we talked about those double blood diamonds as well, potentially foreshadowing a decent move to the downside. Again, 12 and 16-hour money flows in the red, 10-hour yellow X, definitely more of a bearish sign. That is the first time I saw that. 8-hour yellow X confirmed as well. Nobody tell Thesis himself, because he does not believe in those yellow X's. Shout out to Apples Up North. Thank you so much for those 5 gifted Frankie Candles memberships. I mean, I thank you, but I bet TJ Need for Speed, or TJ Needs Speed, thanks you as well. And so does Ken, so does Dixon, so does Eric, and so does Chris. Did I say Chris? Shout out to Chris. But let's go ahead and continue on here. Shout out to Apples Up North. Thank you for gifting those memberships. Late again. All these overtime hours are costing me memberships. Lol. Shout out to Apples Up North. Just paying the membership fee. Because they didn't come with their late pass. But shout out to Apples Up North. We do appreciate you. Always gifting those memberships. We got some people in here that just love gifting those memberships. Super, super cool. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. Shout out to Apples Up North. Shout out to everybody that just got one. But let's go ahead and continue. There we go. Slugger Slug saying memberships are flowing. Let's go. 645 people in here, guys. Smash that like button if you want Frankie Candles to not be sick anymore. But let's go ahead and continue on here. Taking a look at our 6-hour. Now, once we start coming down to some of these medium hourly time frames, this is kind of where it starts to look like we may get a little bit of a bounce. Now, again, with the way the higher time frames are looking, if the daily doesn't start, kind of shaping up here, if that 2-day money flow doesn't start coming back up, if this 16 and 12-hour money flow doesn't start coming up, this is kind of where, I would start to think that this may, if we do get a bounce on the lower time frames, which may happen, and I'll show you why in a second, but I would kind of expect these to be somewhat of a short-term bounce rather than some kind of big bounce up to new highs. And again, I'll probably be watching that 12-hour money flow and that 16-hour money flow as well. If we start seeing those aggressively come back up, that's where maybe we can get a bigger bounce. But, once you come down to the 6-hour, you can see here, starting to maybe, potentially, too soon to tell here, but we may be starting to put in a little bit of a 6-hour bull div here at the range lows. Now, let me pull up our levels here, and you can see, right? We are not getting bearish at the bottom of the ranges because, guys, this is support, right? We are not getting bearish until we'll pull up the, let's pull up the other chart here. This is our actual chart that we've been looking at all week and last week. But we're not really getting bearish, right? You have to understand we do have this golden pocket that we almost came down and tapped perfectly. We do have this golden pocket down here, so I am really not getting bearish until we shoot through this white box and start bearishly rejecting the white box. That's where I'm expecting 25K. But we are not there yet. We are just at the range lows, and it is possible to get a short-term bounce, especially not only do we have a 6-hour bull div potentially forming. Now, you have to understand money flow is crossing over into the red. So this doesn't mean like YOLO long to 100K. This means potential scalp long off a bounce off the range lows, right? Because we could easily get a bounce off the range lows, come back up, and then make a lower high, and then break the actual range lows and come down to 25K. This is definitely something that could potentially happen. So again, that's another reason why we're not getting super bearish at the range lows. Not because I don't think they'll ever break, just because we may get a short-term bounce, and then obviously shorting the highs of that lower high, shorting the lower high, right? If this is gonna bounce, shorting this lower high is gonna be a much better short entry, right? Tell me, what short would you rather be in? Would you rather short the lower high and get a short position in here all the way down to 25K, right, for a potential, 17 risk to reward? Obviously, maybe your stop loss goes above these highs, but, a potential nice little move there. Or would you rather just short the breakout? Would you rather just short this breakout right now, right, and then short it down to 25K, and then if you get that bounce, you're going to get stopped out of that short, right? So I'd rather be in this short. I'd rather short the lower high than short the breakout and then have my trade underwater and then wish that I shorted up here. Does that make sense? So that's kind of my thought process here. But, again, with the money flow on the 6-hour crossing back into the red, amongst other things, yellow X's and such on, on the 10-hour and the 8-hour, this could potentially, you can see we got a yellow X here before we got a big bounce, so be careful. But money flow coming out would indicate that the downtrend may continue, but because we have a bull div here, not only on the 6-hour, but potentially starting to form here on the 5-hour as well, And on the 4 hour, we are getting pretty close to printing a bull div as well. So maybe we get a short-term bounce here. But again, with the money flow, even on your 4 hour, your money flow is kind of coming out here. And then again, your 5 hours coming out, and then your 6 hour cross down. This looks more bearish in the medium term. But these bull divs on some of these lower time frames may be able to give us a little bit of a short-term bounce to short a lower high. Now, I give you guys a little bit of the sauce here. If I was looking to potentially, short a lower high, a lot of people might be like, hey, where would you short a lower high, though? If you were looking to short, where would you expect price to bounce up to? And this is where you could start to break out your fib levels, right? Pull out your Fibonacci retracement tool, go from the recent high to the low, and you could see coincidentally, right where I drew this line, I drew it to the POC, so it's not that crazy. But, what I would look for is if we do get a bounce and we get accepted back into our range here, and we get back above this value area low, the next likely place for price to go, especially with these bull divs printing, could potentially be to go retest that point of control up here at about $28,050. Now, there's no guarantees we get up that high, so I would also be looking at this golden pocket and the 786. Your golden pocket does come in at about 27.7, so that might be a decent lower high to look for some shorts. Obviously, you would want some confirmations to get into that position, but I would look for this to potentially get up to that POC. And if you don't get bearish confirmations at that POC, you may be ready to ride up to the highs, back up to the highs of the range, coming back in at about $29,158. So again, does that make sense to everybody? We're at the range lows. We're starting to break down, but because of the bull divs, we may get a short-term bounce, which is why I am not getting overly bearish. It's not until really this is kind of one of the big levels, 26,500, right? That's like the level that I'm looking to hold. If we can't hold 26.5, that's where I'm probably going to expect us to break this white box and get down to 25K. And again, some of these signals on the higher time frames, these yellow X's, the money flow crossovers, would be technically a more bearish sign. But again, sorry guys. Again, not really paying, keeping those signals in mind, but really paying attention to the actual key levels to expect more downside. So just be aware of that. Shout out to the super chats. I see people out here super chatting. Shout out to Creighton C. Thank you so much for that super chat. He said, chicken soup, water, lemon, have Mrs. Candles use her DZ hands. Her DZ hands to squeeze the lemons into the water. We call it lemon water. Also, some cookies. What? You're sick. Let's go. Shout out to Creighton C. Bro, thank you so much. I appreciate you. And I got to I got to work on Mrs. Candle's DZ hands. They're very. Mrs. Candles has smooth skin, but it's almost so smooth it's like plasticky. So sometimes the lemons just like pop right out of her hand. So I might have to help her squeeze the lemons. But shout out to you, Creighton. I really do appreciate that super chat, man. I'm gonna have to drink eat some chicken noodle soup and drink some lemon water for sure. Thank you so much, bro. I appreciate you. And then shout out to Name. What is going on, man? Says, what if I tell you all this consolidation, it's just the left shoulder. Big rally to make big head to 36K. Much love. Shout out to Name. Hey. Oh, wait. Hold up. So are you saying this is just going to make a left shoulder and then a head and then a right shoulder, an inverse head and shoulders? Name. Are you telling me we're going 36K? I'll be honest with you. I don't really care if we go to 25K, 12K, or 30K, or 36K, because I am prepared. Unfortunately, I don't think I have my positions open. Hang on, let me see if I can pull them up for you guys, because I am in a few trades here. I am in a short, like I said, on BingX. Shout out to BingX. Okay, well, that's my long. I'm in a long on BingX. Yeah, I got a bunch of trades open here. Let me go ahead and, where is my, there we go. Okay, so here is my short. Actually, I can just show you on here. Let's just go, nope. There it is, right? So I am short from here. Go ahead and minimize this. Shout out to BingX, guys. So I am as you can see, I have my position right here. BingX allows you to trade. It is a broker that connects to TradingView. As you can see, you have all your stuff down here. So this actually allows me to trade right on TradingView, right? So I was able to, look at the chart. And I saw the short potential right here, and all I had to do was right click and then go to trade, create new order, and I was able to trade right here on TradingView, have my position open on TradingView, so I don't have to go back and forth to the exchange, which is one thing that I absolutely love about BingX, guys, is that you can use it on TradingView, and then it's so easy because you could just drag your stop loss, right? If I wanted to set my stop loss, say, right above the last swing highs, I could set it right there, and then I could set my TP at whatever level I want as well by just simply dragging, which is super, super cool. So yeah, shout out to BingX. I love that they're integrated into TradingView. Super cool. But that's one of my short positions all the way from up here. And then on BitGet, I am in another short. Let's see. Let me see if I can pull it up here. I'm going to have to show you guys on the phone because I'm not logged in on the computer. But there we go. Up about 25% on this one. Come on. There we go. Up about 25% on that one. Hopefully I'm not giving you guys my social security number. I always get freaked out showing my phone on stream. But there you go. That's my other short position on BingX. And then it's going to be hard for me. Where's my entry on that? Entry price on that was 27,742. So like from these highs up here. So yeah. So short from here, and now I am also just started a long position, which is barely in the green here. It's let me pull it up. My long position is, let me pull that up. It's only up about 3%, but I am long basically from the lows of the range here, right? Basically off of this 2-hour bull div, amongst other things. I didn't just blindly long the bull div here, but going to see if we can catch some kind of a little bounce off this level here. So those are basically my open positions right now. Sorry, I'm showing them to you on my phone, like all janky and such. But there we go. We are in the positions here. Yeah. So let's go ahead and oh, wait, hang on. I think I have one more super chat. Shout out to Nate. Thank you for that, man. I do appreciate you. But yeah, that's kind of why I don't care. Oh, and I'm also in 2 Femex positions, 2 longs on Femex that I've been in for a while. Those are more swing positions. So again, if we go to 36K, those swing longs are going to pay out. If we go down, like I am hedged to the hedged up to my neck here. So we're good. I really don't care which way. And the longs are already profits taken. So if we nuke here, then my longs are stopped out in beautiful profit, and the shorts are just going to continue to print. So beautiful, beautiful, cushy position to be in right now, guys. I love this position because I can sleep soundly at night. I don't care what trade gets stopped out because I know whatever way it goes, I'm making money. So shout out to Name. Hopefully we can get to 36K. But hey, I wouldn't mind 12 either. Shout out to you, man. Thank you so much for that super chat. Shout out to Raul. Shout out to you, man. Thank you for being here. Said, can you check out Matic? Question, when you first began trading, would you trade alts or only Bitcoin? I feel like more gains with alts, but more secure trading Bitcoin. Yeah, Raul, amazing question. Now, I will tell you this. In the beginning, I actually traded more alts because I thought that it would translate to more gains. However, now I do trade alts, right? I trade alts pretty often, right? But I would suggest, not financial advice, I would suggest that if you're just starting out to stick with Bitcoin, and here's why. Because you can have a massively bullish setup on an altcoin, right? You can have all the confirmations in the world that altcoin is going to go to the moon. And then Bitcoin might just go, I'm going to dump. And then a majority of the time, not all the time, but more often than not, those altcoins are just going to follow Bitcoin. And you are going to be longing a beautiful setup. You will be correct in your TA, and it would be a rational trade to take. But if Bitcoin decides to dump, your setup is not going to mean anything, and it's likely going to dump anyway. So what I would do is maybe start, if you're just beginning, try to stick with Bitcoin, because at least you know there's not some other thing that's going to drag it down. At least you know that, if Bitcoin looks bearish, at least everything else follows Bitcoin, rather than looking at, if you're trying to trade Matic, it looks super bullish, and then Bitcoin, you didn't realize there was some, Bitcoin starts dumping, that bullish setup on Matic might get kind of invalidated, right? So I would say stick with Bitcoin at first. At least I did the opposite. I started with alts, again, because I thought I'd make more money, but then I'd be getting wrecked, and then I started to notice, like, oh, wow, if I was just looking at Bitcoin, I would have known that the alts were going to dump, right? So that's my 2 cents on there. Hopefully that helps you out, brother. And yeah, I'll try to take a look at Matic. Like I said, I might not do alts tonight, but I will try to take a look for you. Shout out to the 767 people in here. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Smash that like button so I don't have a fever anymore. Shout out to the CandleMafia. But there you go, guys. A little bit of a trade update, just all over the place. But all my trades are in the green for the most part, except for my My ETH swing long is technically in the red, but I've already locked in profits, so I'm still technically up. So all my trades are currently green right now. I'm in a bunch of longs, bunch of shorts. Beautiful situation. And shout out to BingX, guys. I have to highly recommend trying out trading on TradingView. It just kind of simplifies things, and I'm a really big fan of it. I've done it before. I hadn't really played around with it too much, but being able to actually just see your positions like this is awesome. I absolutely love it. So yeah, definitely go check that out. If you are using BingX. If you're not using BingX, you can check out the link in the description down below. We're going to be doing a BingX competition very, very soon. Tony D, if you could update everybody with the details on that, I would greatly appreciate it. So if you guys want to sign up with BingX, check the link in the description down below if you want to support the channel. If not, just go to bingx.com and sign out without my link. Either way is totally fine. But let's go ahead and continue on here. So again, just sitting at these critical levels, guys. But again, we start pushing through this white box, still not panicking until we decisively reject break down below this and reject kind of, same song and dance as the rest of this week and last week as well. But now we're finally at the moment of truth, right? What was our title? Bitcoin's make or break moment, guys. That is not just clickbait. This is the make or break moment. We lose this box, likely going to dump. So there you go. But again, take it for what it's worth, guys. I did go long here, right? Now, I'm not saying to go long right now. This is not, I was longing down here. My long is in the green, right? We might kind of bing-bong around here, so I'm not saying it's the best entry to go long. This is not a trade signal. Please do not just trade based because I said I got into a long. I had reasons to enter my trade, so just understand that. But take it for what it's worth. I am long from the bottom of this range, right? And then if we get stopped out, we'll get stopped out at a small loss, and my shorts will continue to print money. All right, let's go ahead and continue on. Shout out to Tomas. Tomas or Tomas? You have moss on your toes? Oh, God. Kind of makes me feel, that's why I drink goat fuel now instead of Aztec and cactus moss water, because I just think of mossy toes. He says, don't hit the like button. Guys, do not hit that like button. Please, for the love of God, do not hit that like button. All right, let's go ahead and continue on. Okay, so that is basically what I'm looking for, guys. And if we do come up, if I am looking for shorts, now you look, generally where I'd look for a lower high. But let's go ahead and take a look at the DXY and see if there's anything. There you go. All right, here we go. Let's come up to a higher time frame. I'm actually going to pull up this chart because we have a better, there we go. We got our levels on here. Take a look at, here you go, right? We were talking about this the other day. On the daily time frame, we were printing that green dot. I guess this was on Tuesday. And we were printing that green dot, and we were saying, hey, not only do we have a green dot, but we also have lower lows on our price action with higher lows on our momentum waves, which potentially could give us that bullish divergence and give us a little pop to the upside, which would obviously result in Bitcoin taking a little bit of a dip to the downside. And that is exactly what we got, guys. We got that bull div to confirm, and we did get that nice little green candle pushing us up, pushing Bitcoin down. So yeah, that played out almost perfectly. And the reason I bring this up is because you guys should be checking the DXY as well, right? This is part of the reason why I always bring this up on the stream, right? Because I'm checking the DXY all the time because we can get insight. If Bitcoin is looking very confusing and money flows all over the place, sometimes the indicators give mixed signals. You guys know this. If that happens, the DXY is something you can look at. Is the DXY looking really bullish? Because if you're 50-50, if you have a bunch of bearish confirmations and bullish confirmations on Bitcoin, and you're kind of having trouble picking a side, you could come to the DXY. Is the DXY looking bullish? Then maybe you want to lean bearish on Bitcoin. Is the DXY looking like it's going to break down? Maybe that's where you lean a little bit more bullish on Bitcoin, right? So just to give you guys, kind of another reason why we were expecting these range lows to get hit, because my whole goal of this YouTube channel is to show you guys how to do what I do, right? This is one of the reasons why we were expecting those range lows to come in to finish that right shoulder of that head and shoulders pattern on Bitcoin, right? That's why we were expecting that right shoulder to get completed down to these range lows. Just another thing we were looking at. People say you can't have a divergence on the DXY. This is divergence number 6,252 that I've seen that's played out perfectly, or at least played out in some manner. So, hey, listen, when they stop hitting, I'll stop looking at them. But let's go ahead and see what's going on in chat. We got Certified TV in the house. What is going on, bro? Let's see. Shout out to the Perfect says, you're amazing, bro. Trying to join premium Discord, but not able. Please, someone help. Tony D, Rob the Crypto Snob, somebody, if we can help the Perfect out to get into the kitchen, if we can help him out. There's a link in the description down below. You should be able to click that. If you're having trouble, reach out to Tony D in Discord. Or just at some of the mods here, and I'm sure they'll be able to help you out. Honestly, they probably already did help you out. I just don't see it. But yeah, let's try to help him out. Okay, let's go ahead and continue on here. So DXY, again, that divergence we were looking at on Tuesday did wind up playing out to the upside, dumping Bitcoin as we figured, right? Coming on, let's take a look at Ethereum as well, because Ethereum is starting to get a little bit of a breakdown here as well, and we have broken below some key levels here. Now, let me go ahead. I'm going to go on a delete spree here just to clean things up. I am not deleting these because these levels are not valid anymore. I am deleting them to simply clean up the chart. I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to get rid of this and this and this and this. Okay? So here we are. Here we are. As you guys know, this blue box, if you watch the show often, you will know is our key level of support, right? This level at 1830. We've been talking about it for quite some time on the channel, saying if we lose that level, again, just going back to the volume profiles here, guys, if we break that 1830 level, we were expecting to get accepted. Let me turn off the magnet here. Get accepted back into this previous range between 1730 and 1830, right? If we broke below that value area low, which is right here at 1830, and we cannot get back above it, that's where we are potentially expecting price to get a move down to the value area low at about 1730. Let me go down to a lower time frame so we can see it a little bit better. Actually, we'll go to an even lower time frame, turn on the Heikinashi candle so it's easier to see, and zoom out a bit here. Okay, there we go, right? So we have our value area high here at 1830. What happened? Breakdown. We go down to a lower time frame, and you can see it even better, right? And for anybody new out there, when we go to a lower time frame, think about it as zooming in, right? When you go into a lower time frame, think about yourself zooming into price action and looking at a higher resolution picture, right? Now, we couldn't see this breakdown, bearish retest, and rejection on the 4-hour, right? On the 4-hour, it just looks like a bunch of red candles, right? On the 10-hour, it just looks like a bunch of red candles. On the 16-hour, on the daily, it just looks like one giant big red candle that popped through. But if you go down to the lower time frames, you can actually see what happened within those bigger candles. And what happened? Obviously, we did get that little fake out below the level before ripping right back up. But then right here, this is the key right here. We broke down, came up, bearishly retested. Now, I don't know if we got this, but oftentimes you will get a blood diamond or yellow X confirmation up here, which can add a lot of confluence to the fact that you will reject that level. But let's see. Did we get anything? Okay, there you go. You did get the blood diamond, right? You got it right here. You broke down, bearish retest, blood diamond. You got some shenanigans that went on here. We wicked up, but then eventually you wound up breaking down. And again, that's what we were looking at when looking at the value areas, right? Go ahead and zoom out here a little bit. Let me get rid of this range so we don't confuse anybody. Again, this value area high, this range right here, we knew if we broke down from here, it'd be likely to get accepted back into this range, and we may be able to make it all the way down to 1730. However, taking a look at some of these times, and you can even see here, guys, take a look at the four. We don't have the bullish I guess you do. You kind of have a more macro bullish divergence here from back here. Right? Oh, not even really, not even. So you don't have the bullish divergences on ETH like you did have on Bitcoin, right? Which may make sense if we get a move down to that value area low because we are accepted back into this area of balance. It does not guarantee that we will 100% come down here, but more often than not, you will see that play out in some form or fashion. Maybe we get another bounce. Maybe we come up to test the value area high one more time, and then we get the move down to the value area low, right? But just notice on Bitcoin, you do have the 4-hour bull divs, right, looking to print here. You do have the 2-hour bull div printing currently, which could indicate a short-term bounce. However, you're not getting it on Ethereum here on the 4-hour. You don't have it on the 3-hour or the 2-hour. You have the green dots, but you don't have the divergences So I would say Bitcoin does look slightly better in the short term than Ethereum. And then checking out the daily here, kind of looks almost the same exact thing as Bitcoin. Money flow starting to roll out here. Your 12-hour just crossed over into the red. Your 16-hour also just crossed over into the red. So next major levels I'd be looking for on Ethereum or Erythrium, as your grandmother might call it. Next major level would be here at that value area low at 1730. And remember, the reason we're looking for that level is because we broke below this value area high. We're not just crossing our fingers and hoping we hit this level because it's the next level that we see. It is the value area low of the previous range that we could have potentially just gotten accepted back into. All right, let's go ahead and continue on here. Let's see. Short squeeze going to happen. Hey, should we check out Coinalyze and see if we do have a potential short squeeze popping up? Let's see. Let us see here. Now, it's funny, I talk about this a lot. I think every time, people see a quick move in price to the upside, everyone always just goes, oh, there was a short squeeze. But you can actually check to see if there was a short squeeze. And let's go ahead and check on Coinalyze and see if there is any potential short squeezes coming in. So for the short squeezes, guys, I have a video on the channel that you guys can watch that shows you guys how to actually find short squeezes, potential short squeezes forming. And basically what you want to see for a short squeeze to come up would be you would want to see your future CVD coming down, right? Just in general. I'll just do a quick little tutorial here. You want to have your future CVD coming down, and then you basically want to have your spot CVD coming up, right? So we do not have that right now. But if we had this spot CVD, let me just pretend, let me go ahead and pretend this is our CVD, right? Let's see, our CVD was kind of going like this, and now our CVD is coming up, right? And you had spot CVD coming up with your future CVD coming down. Basically, what this shows is that people are shorting, right? And also another important thing that you want is you want price making higher lows here, right? So it does not look like we are getting that at all. But, you want price to be having some, that was a horrible way to draw a higher low, right? So we have a low, and then you would want like a higher low here. So you want price coming up, you want your future CVD coming down, and your spot CVD coming up. And it's pretty simple concept because if you're looking at this, if that is what we had going on here, it essentially shows that price is moving up. Price is moving up because the spot market is buying, right? People are just buying and holding Bitcoin. That would show that we know that spot is buying, and that is what's pushing price up. And people, the futures traders, are just shorting into that move up. And if people keep buying on price, what's going to happen? Price is going to push up until it stops out or liquidates all the short positions, and that's what causes that big move to the upside. But I don't see that happening as of right now, at least on the 4-hour time frame. I'm not going to spend the time to check all the other time frames. Doesn't mean that we don't have one forming on a lower time frame, but here on the 4-hour, this does look like essentially people are selling, people are shorting. It looks like a pretty healthy move to the downside, in my opinion, at least on the 4-hour time frame. But you could look for that same thing I just explained on lower time frames to try to predict some kind of a move to the upside. All right, let's see. If Micro Machines, shout out to Blake. If Micro Machines ever made a comeback, Frankie could do the commercials. I think he's the only one who could talk that fast and can talk this fast and be understood. Of course, dating my age with Micro Machines. Shout out to Blake and shout out to Micro Machines and anybody that gets that reference. Shout out to the Micro Machines. And shout out to Blake. You're funny, bro. You guys are awesome. All right, let's go ahead and continue on here, guys. Let's see. I feel your pain being sick around this time is the worst. Yeah. Let's go ahead. I will take a look at some alts, guys. I am going to wrap it up soon here. My head is starting to pound. But yeah, I'm just going to take a look at like a couple alts. I'm not even going to take requests. I'm just going to fly through them and kick it with you guys, do the TA, give you my thoughts, and then we'll wrap it up. But I will say this, guys, sometimes does anybody ever feel like, when you get into a trade, it's almost like someone's watching your account, and it's like, because you'll get stop hunted, and you'll just get stopped out, and then price goes the way you think it goes anyway, and you're like looking around, you're like, God, it's like this is plotted against me. Now, I can help you avoid those issues. However, this is how I feel with getting sick during this price action. Price went sideways for so long. Price went sideways forever, guys. Price was going sideways right here for, let's see, literally a month. We were going sideways, nothing was happening, and I was perfectly fine. As soon as we get this big price action, I get sick. I feel like someone's watching me and they're going, he's sick. He's not going to be able to stream tonight. Dump it. Make him think he's going to miss the best stream of his life. He's going to get the most viewers ever today. He's sick. He can't stream. Dump it. Give it the biggest dump we've ever seen. And I feel like I'm getting watched by someone and they're moving the market because they know I can't stream because I'm sick. But hey, that's why I show up. That's why I showed up today, because I'm not missing this price action. But there you go, guys. Let's go ahead, and I will take a look at Pepe, as I know it's we got a lot of Pepes. We got a lot of Peepees in the chat. Let's go. I do not hold any Pepe, just for anybody interested in knowing that. I don't hold it because I don't think it's going to go higher. I just don't hold it because I missed the best buying opportunity. To be 100% honest with you, nice pullback on Pepe. Now, with the meme coins, guys, you got to be careful, right? Because obviously meme coins print millionaires, right? A lot, right? But you have to be a little bit careful because, nothing pumps meme coins fundamentally, right? It's all based off of hype. It's all based off of community, right? Which is awesome. It's kind of like why I love crypto, right? Like, only in crypto can you have a meme, a joke, a literal joke, make people rich. I love it. It's a big FU to like the traditional suit and tie financial system. We love you guys too, but I'm just saying, like, the new wave is here, and we can get rich in hoodies and off of jokes, right? And I think it's super cool. It's like the definition of culture. I love it. But you got to be careful when you're trading it, right? Because it doesn't always respect TA the best. But as you guys know, we were looking, as Pepe started cooling off, we were looking first to get a bounce off this golden pocket, which we did very slightly. Our next level was down here at this golden pocket at point however many zeros 19. We hung up on this golden pocket for a little bit. And then our next breakdown level was this level right here, kind of where we have this white box, came down there. And then our last level was to come and test the value area high of this range. And it took a little while, guys, but we came right to the level. Right to the level. And I will say this. If Pepe isn't going to go to zero, which it could go to zero or it could not go to zero. I mean, no one can really tell you that. But I will say this. I may buy a little Pepe. I might buy a little Pepe here. But if we start losing these lows, this is really the level you don't want to lose. This, in my opinion, is a pretty decent pullback to these highs. This is not really that bad to me. Because what are we down? We're down pretty good. We're down pretty good. About 70, dropped down about 72%, right? It's a pretty big dump. But I wouldn't say until you started losing this value area low at point however many zeros 9, that is where likely this thing is going to nuke, right? But if this thing gets a bounce here, there could be a nice move for Pepe. I will be honest with you guys. VWAP coming back up on the 4-hour a little bit here. No bull div or anything. Money flow back in the red. That would be a little more bearish. But again, you guys have to understand that the TA may not really be as insightful as something as it is on something like on an actual altcoin with actual, use case behind it, right? There's nothing, at least to my knowledge, there's really nothing useful about Pepe. But it doesn't mean it can't pump to the moon, right? Like, Sheeb's kind of useless too. That made tons of millionaires. The super high market cap, right? Dogecoin, basically useless, right? But still printed a bunch of millionaires. Still like one of the top coins, right? So I don't want you guys to get it twisted. Doesn't mean Pepe can't go to the moon. Just got to be careful. But really the level I would look here is at point however many zeros 9 is that key level you don't want to lose, because you really don't have anything until all the way down here at point however many zeros 3. So we start to get a bounce here. That might be a good sign for Pepe. And it did come down to our level. So this is kind of, if we hold this level, that might be a dip buy for me. But we start breaking this value area high, coming lower, I might sit it out. But hey, you never know. I might regret that. So, but yeah, there you go. Came right down to our level. This is kind of the make or break moment for me personally on Pepe. If we get a bounce, could be good. If not, I would be very, very cautious of losing that point however many zeros 9 level, because that's likely going to give you a bigger move down. But yeah, money, and again, like the technicals are going to be a little iffy here because the meme coin, but money flow back in the red on the 4 hours, not the best look, but your 2 hours coming back up. Yeah, you want to hold this level. Yeah, woo, clean level, clean support there. Yeah, interesting. Keeping a close eye on Pepe, guys. But let's go ahead and move on. Let's see. Let's see. I'm just speaking in general. YouTubers never go live when you need them. Shout out to Pokemon. Well, hey, I'm here. Sick or not, we show up for the Mafia. Let's get it. But let's continue on here, guys. We looked at ETH. We looked at Pepe. I do want to take a look at XRP real quick. Let's take a look at this take a look at XRP. Here we go. Oh, boy. All right. Actually, where's it? There it is. Okay. Well, here we go. XRP on the 16-hour. VWAP flop on the 16-hour. Looking to come in on full force. Yikes. That doesn't look that good. 16-hour, not looking great on XRP. 12-hour, also not looking great on XRP. Do you have an 8-hour red dot? Yeah. Oh, God. 10-hour red dot confirmed. Yellow X also confirmed. Your 8-hour red dot and yellow X printing. This is a little more bearish for XRP. Definitely, again, no 100% guarantees that we come lower, but there's a lot of stuff saying that we go lower here. Next major level I would be looking at here would be this value area high or this blue box coming in between about 40 cents or coming in at about 40 cents. I wouldn't hate a move down to this level if we can get a strong bounce. However, we break below this value area high could mean that we are going to get a move down to about 37 cents or closer to about 38 cents to visit this point of control down here of this previous range, right? So let me go ahead and zoom up. Zoom up. What does that even mean? G-Man in the house. Let's go. Shout out to G-Man. What is going on, bro? Yeah, shout out to, he says, Floki. Let's get it, baby. Shout out to you, man. Pokemon says, Frankie's legit and actually knows TA. He tells it how it is, which is good. Yes, I am never, ever, and if you've been here, you will know this. I will never just come on here and tell you guys price is going up if I don't think it's going up, right? And I'll be the first person to tell you that although, like, I may be good at TA, I may be a good trader, but the first thing that people need to understand is that nobody knows 100% where price is going to go. It doesn't matter if you've been trading for 1 year, 10 years, 100 years. It doesn't matter. You can't 100% guarantee a price goes in one direction or the other. Now, you can make some pretty strong educational guesses or educated guesses, right, based off evidence. But still, you just have to understand that, hey, shout out to Average Joe Crypto. Appreciate you, brother. You just have to understand, like, it's the only way to be a good trader is to be real. You can't just, you can't just come on here and be like, it's going to the moon when it's not. And that's what gets your viewers wrecked. And you will never get that on this channel. I promise you that. You will never get that. You will never get this. You will never get this. I think I'm having a fever dream while awake, guys. But yeah, you guys are only going to get the real stuff on this channel. I am never going to just lie to you to get more views. If I think it's going up, I'll tell you I think it's going up. If I think it's going down, I'll tell you I think it's going down. And if I don't know, I will tell you I don't know. And that's kind of the value that I give on this channel because I promise you, if you're watching anyone else that guarantees you that they know where price is going, I would run far away. There's just nothing. Those people are speculating and gonna wreck their viewers. I will never do that to you. But shout out to you, man. I appreciate you. All right, let's go ahead and let's. I get bearish on this channel. Shout out to you, bro. Let's see. All right, let's go ahead and continue on here. Adam, we can take a look at Adam, no problem. Shout out to the Perfects. Yes, Cisco Kid. Comparing TA and comparing technical analysis, it's like I think you're right, bro. It's like the most accurate way to explain technical analysis is like a weatherman, right? Like when the weatherman says, "Hey, it's gonna rain," it usually rains, right? Usually rains. Now they might be calling for a huge dump. And it might not dump, but usually it'll at least drizzle, right? So they kind of know what's going to happen, but there's no way to really 100% predict it because it's nature, right? So that's like a perfect way to explain it. So, and trading is literally just a game of probabilities. But yeah, it's really just a game of probabilities. So, but on XRP, guys, I really would be looking at this key level at about 40 cents. Once you lose that 40-cent level and you lose this value area high and cannot get back above it, I would look for a move down to about 38 cents, 37 cents, and that would be the next key level I'd look for, and especially with this yellow X printing on the 8-hour, definitely is looking a little bit more bearish, but one thing you do want to realize that is in the short term, it might not be a straight shot down there, right? in the short term, we could print this bullish divergence on the 4-hour, right? VWAP coming back up. That could give you a decent bounce back to the upside to put in a lower high before then finally making your move lower. So short term might get a little bit of a bounce, but on that 8-hour yellow X, does have the potential to bring you down to your next key level. And again, that 40.5 level is going to be what I'm looking for some serious support. And then again, if we lose it, that's where I'm expecting a much bigger move to the downside. All right, let's take a look at Adam. Shout out to Cosmos. Let's see. Bada boom, bada bing, bada boom. What do we want to look at? I guess we'll look at the Coinbase chart. Probably has good price history. All right. Well, here, I know what this box is from. This is from in the dining room, guys. If you don't know about the dining room, I highly, highly, highly suggest. I highly suggest going and joining the dining room, guys. It's yeah, we put altcoin picks in there. If we see altcoins that look like they're going to pump, this was from a while ago, but we were calling Adam. Adam was looking pretty bullish down here before it got a 50% shot to the upside. Pretty nice. And the dining room is like our freemium Discord. It's like free to get in. You just have to sign up with one of our affiliate links. If you already are signed up for Femex or BitGet on any of our if you're signed up for Femex or BitGet on my link, all you have to do is go to the Discord, go to the dining room, click unlock access, click on BitGet or Femex, whatever account you have, paste your user ID, and then give our mods like 2 days maybe to get you in there, and then you'll have access to our altcoin gem channel as well as one post from the premium Discord per week. And I showed this in the market update yesterday. Hang on, let me real quick. I don't want to. Let me just pull up my face real quick because I don't want to. It wouldn't be fair if I pull up Discord and show the full channel here for the people who pay. So let me just go ahead and pull up the dining room really quickly. Bada boom. All right, there you go. So here's the dining room. You just come to our free Discord, right? Scroll up a little bit. You'll see the dining room. Click unlock access. Click on Femex or BitGet. If you're signed up with our link on either of these exchanges, click whatever one you want. And then enter your user ID here, hit submit, and then in a day or two, like I said, give our mods a couple days to get you in there. And then you'll have not only access, here's the altcoin gem channel, and I could probably find that Cosmos call. I'm not going to waste time trying to find it, but, is that Cosmos? Oh, no, it's Seller. But yeah, you can see a lot of these do wind up popping off. It's not a 100% hit rate or anything like that, but there you go. There's Adam. 23%. We just extend. It wound up going another 25% there. But there you go. We do post these before. We post these as soon as they come in. Right? They don't always pop up, but they do. We just put one in here. I'll give you guys a little bit of a freebie. Hello. Maybe we should check that. I don't know if it pumped it or not. But again, you get those. Not only do you get that, you get the airdrop watch where Tyler Durden and Chemistry Bro drop all the newest airdrops. Keep you guys updated on how to get these, and they're absolutely crushing this channel. Shout out to you guys. You guys are really overdoing yourselves here. Constantly updated. Shout out to Tyler. Shout out to Chemistry Bro. Yesterday, they keep this one very, very current. And then Premium TA, you get our posts where we put this long position in this week. This one wound up hitting absolutely to the technical to our target right here perfectly. You get one of these a week. Sometimes it's TA, just a regular TA post. Sometimes it's setups. But yeah, and then you get 24/7 bookmap stream, 24/7 Lux Algo stream. And again, it doesn't cost you any money. So if you guys want to get in there, go check it out. But let's go ahead and take a look at Adam and see what we got going on. All right, let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Clean Coinbase chart here. And here we go. All right, take a look at the 4-hour. Interesting. Not looking like Bitcoin really at all. You got a nice VWAP flip here on Cosmos. Money flow coming up. Very interesting look here on Cosmos. Very interesting. Let's take a look at the daily. Yeah, green dot on the daily. Money flow cruising to the upside here. Money flow, like, really just kind of cruising up there with that green dot on the daily. That's not the worst look. I will be honest with you guys. 2-day VWAP coming up. Now, 2-day money flow crossover into the red. It's a little more bearish long term, but I will say that daily does not look horrible. 16-hour is looking similar to the 2-day. So the daily looks okay, but the 2-day and the 16-hour look pretty bearish. VWAP also coming down on that 16-hour. 12-hour VWAP also coming down. Take a look at your 8-hour. VWAP coming down, money flow kind of coming up there. Take a look at your 4-hour. We just looked at that. 2-hour. Got a little bull div there. Tiny little bull div right here on the 2-hour for Cosmos right before that pump. That just goes to show you guys how powerful these bullish divergences are. Lower lows on your price action. higher lows on your momentum waves, giving you that pinch point, right? That pinch point. That's what you're looking for on the bull divs. This line and this line would eventually intersect. That is a bullish divergence, right? And boom, very, very rarely will this give you no move. Nice 8% move, guys. You can make money on a spot bag with that. That is beautiful. You don't even need leverage for that. But yeah, money flow continuing to come up here. Actually, I will say this. Cosmos does not look as bad as some other stuff here. Yeah, I would watch, I would be careful of a short-term pullback here just because this VWAP is a bit overextended. 1 hour, yeah, I would let this 1 hour reset. But yeah, Cosmos doesn't look horrible. Cosmos does not look horrible. Let's go ahead and pull a range here. Here's some levels I would watch. Boom. Bear with me while I pull these levels real quick. All right, here's some levels I would be looking at to the upside for Cosmos if we do continue up here, right? If we continue to move up here, I will look for a push into the golden pocket. Get a little pop ski up here, right? In which case, maybe we cool off and then get up there. Either way, I would look for some resistance at this golden pocket if this thing is going to continue to the upside. If we can get above there, I would look at this blue box as your next stop. If you could get above this level here at 1146 and hold it as support, I do think you might be able to make it up to about 1180, up to your value area high of this little previous range, which is probably in confluence, pretty close confluence, right here. So yeah, I would look for a potential move to $12 for Atom in the medium term, right? It's probably going to be a lot of turbulence here. But the only thing really to keep an eye on is that 2-day money flow, which could easily fake out back into the green. But again, not looking as bad as some other stuff here. So those would be the next targets I'd be looking at for Atom. All right, let's see. Shout out to Apples Up North, said, Frankie, XRP CVD div been building for more than a month. How does one decide if or when it may actually play out? Volume of futures versus spot or other. Shout out to Apples Up North. So it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to call, right? I could pull up Coinalyze. Yeah. So if you were looking at, let's see, where was our last little short squeeze, right? So this was. So here's a good example of like a short squeeze building. Now I know you said CV. Yeah. Okay. So. Looking here, right? Essentially, this is where we had our futures traders shorting, right? But what was happening here? People were buying on spot, right? You have your spot CVD coming up. Spot CVD is generally coming up here, right? Showing that people are buying. People are buying on spot, buying and holding Bitcoin, right? And you have price moving to the upside as well, right? Generally, right? So generally price is moving up, but people are shorting. That's weird, right? So you could kind of think to yourself, like, if price is coming up and people are shorting, how is price coming up? Well, when you look at the spot CVD, which essentially just shows you the aggression of people buying and selling on spot. On spot meaning just buying on an exchange and holding the Bitcoin, right? Not trading futures. So we could tell from this information that Bitcoin is getting pushed up by people buying and holding Bitcoin. And these futures traders are just shorting into this move, right? I'm going to spit the sauce right here. Right? If you were shorting Bitcoin, let's say you were shorting Bitcoin, trying to short these tops, right? So let's say you're looking at the ranges, right? You know you have range highs here and essentially your range lows around here, right? You come up to the top of the range, you see a bear div or something like that, and you're shorting here, right? Where's all these short stop losses at? Right? They're probably right above these highs, right? If you were shorting there, if you were shorting here, your stop loss is probably above the previous high, which would be like right there, right? So where are all these stop losses? The stop losses are all in here, right? All in here. So if the spot market continues to buy and pushes price, this is the sauce, guys. If the spot market buys and continues to buy and people continue to short, and there's more and more stop losses up here, and the spot market pushes price to trigger some of these stop losses, it's like a domino effect. You'll stop a couple people out, right? Boom. And if you get stopped out of a short position, you essentially have to market buy, right? When you set a stop loss, basically what you're doing is telling the exchange, hey, when price gets to this level, stop me out, AKA create a market buy order. And once price creeps up here, right? People are buying Bitcoin, pushing price up, and the futures traders are like, no, send it down, and then boom, you start to hit stop losses. That's where you start to get these boop, 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 right? And that's what causes that aggressive move to the upside. It's the short stop losses getting hit. This is what people mean when they say short squeeze. This is a short squeeze. This is what people say when shorts got wrecked. Oh, the shorts got wrecked. That's what they mean. All the shorts got stopped out and liquidated, which causes that push to the upside. So it's kind of hard to say when this was going to break. But what you can do is kind of look at where people might have their stop losses set and kind of estimate that if you push past this range high, you know there's a lot of stop losses, and you could kind of estimate where that cascade or where that domino effect might start. So hopefully that helps you out. That's I don't want to spend too much time on this, but hopefully that helps you out. I think it was Apple. Was it Apple that asked that question? I don't know, but hopefully that helps you out. Again, it's like kind of hard to figure out exactly when it's going to happen, but that's kind of how you can. That's kind of what I would do. So hopefully that helps you out. The sauce is out. Let's go. Shout out to Kevin's awake. Kevin's awake now. We dumped some hot sauce on him. Let's go. All right, let's see. All right, let's continue on here. Yeah. All right, let's move on. Probably going to do... Hey, shout out to 7TV. Just joined the premium. Let's go. Bing bong. Shout out to you, bro. You got me yelling bing bong with a fever and a headache. Let's go. Let's go. All right, let's see. Oh, Bob from accounting. Hey, shout out to you. Shout out to Decker from accounting, too, our money guy. Shout out to Decker. But shout out to Bob. Thank God that helped you guys. Hell yeah. All right. Yeah. Awesome. Good. Good. Happy to see that helped. All right. Let's continue on here, guys. I'm going to take a look at, let's see. Let's take a look at Matic. Let's take a look at Matic. Somebody super chatted Matic. All right. Let's take a look at Binance Tether US. All right. Taking a look at Matic. All right. So here we go. Just looking at the range here, guys. Just looking at the range. Here we go. So we've got accepted back into our range here, right? Next likely spot for price to go was that point of control, which we did. Let me extend this. Which we did wind up going to. Let me respawn these levels. Okay. There you go. So, right. We knew once we lost this high, likely going to come to the POC. Came to the POC, right? Bounced on it a couple times. Lost the POC. Now, where are we expecting to go? Well, that's right. I mean, you do have some other levels that you might bounce off of, but it may be the most likely case that we could get a move down to our value area low at about 72 cents. Now, this is obviously going to kind of rely on what Bitcoin's going to do, right? If Bitcoin's going to dump, you could bet that it's going to be very likely that Matic is going to make it down to about 72 cents, right? So that is kind of where I would look. If Bitcoin decides to break its current range, I think 73, 72 cents is going to be extremely likely for Matic. However, we do have I don't know where this level is being pulled from, but let me see if we can get any local bounces here. See if there's anything. All right, we're losing that 786 currently. Yeah, I mean, we are getting rejected from that point of control on the 4-hour. And again, like I said, guys, a lot of times when you break these levels, you bearishly retest and you will get that confirmation of the yellow X, right? Or a blood diamond. So I would say if Bitcoin breaks down, that's likely going to be your next big stop to the downside, would be 72 cents. Really trying to find, where you might get a local bounce here. Yeah, you do have some nice confluence here. I would actually be looking at this as a little bit of a range. You have a pretty decent golden pocket at that level. So, yeah, if you do continue down a little bit, I'd look for a bounce at about 79 cents. And if you can't hold that, you're probably just on your way to about 72 cents to hit that value area low, in all honesty. But let's continue on here. Yeah, 8-hour red dot printing yellow X or 6-hour red dot printing or 6-hour red dot confirmed, yellow X also confirmed. 8-hour looking for the red dot here probably very soon. Take a look at that 45-minute money flow deep in the red, 30-minute deep in the red. Yeah, all our money flows deep in the red here. Take a look at our 4-hour. That's again, I would keep an eye out for these bullish divergences to give you a slight bounce to the upside, right? You have your lower lows on price, right? Lower lows on price, higher lows on your momentum waves. A little bing bong, right? that could potentially wind up giving you a bounce to the upside in the short term, where I would look to potentially short a higher low. I'm sorry, a lower high. Potentially, yeah, I would look for, if you do get that bounce off that 4-hour bear div, I would look for a move into this golden pocket at about 97 cents. That's basically what I'd be looking for on Matic. Again, kind of the same thing with all the other altcoins. Honestly, with everything, right? Even on Bitcoin, I'd be careful for those short-term bounces, right? Be very careful for those short-term bounces. Let's actually check in on Bitcoin. Yeah, I'd be careful of those short-term bounces. We got the 1-hour bull div confirmed. VWAP looking to flop there. 2-hour bull div printing. 4-hour bull div looking to print. I would be very careful with this, though. Be very careful because the higher time frames don't look that great. But again, if we're able to hold, again, basically what we were looking for here, guys. Let's go. Let me go to another. Let me go to a clean Bitcoin chart right here. Right. This is basically what we're looking for. Right. We really want to reclaim this value area. Let me go to the Femex chart, actually. And let me pull that same range. For me, I'm in a lot of my trades on Femex, so this is kind of what I was looking for, the reclaim of this value area low, right? We lost the value area low, which we've done in the past, right? We've done this in the past. We've lost this value area low. Everybody thought we were breaking down here, right? But what happened? We wicked right back up. We wound up holding support on the value area low. Where does price go? Typically, when you get back above and hold the value area low, where does it go? Dixon, correct. It goes back to the POC, most likely. What happened? I guess we went back to the POC. If you go to a low enough time frame, we likely got a reaction off of it. We can actually go. I'll just go check it. Let's see. Where's the POC? Spawn. There we go. Got to move up, right? Let me turn the actual profile off so we can see the actual level. Boom, right? Came right up to that POC, rejected it, closed the body underneath. Then we flipped that to support. Where's price go after there? Dixon? Value area high, correct. What happened? We went right to the value area high. So we're looking for something very similar right now. We've lost the value area low, but now we are starting to hop back above it. If we can hold this as support, where would price likely go? Well, the next likely stop would be that point of control. If you have bull divs like we do, that could be the next spot. That might be the next stop for Bitcoin. However, it doesn't mean just because we hold the value area low doesn't mean that we're guaranteed to go there. There's much more to it. But the fact that we are back above here, this is something you can watch to kind of add that confirmation in your head. Well, hey, if we don't hold this value area low, we're probably not going to make it to the POC, right? So this is something that I am watching very, very closely, and that is the value area low coming in right here at 26,920, right? So we hold above this level, even if we slip it again, right? This is the 15-minute, so we might kind of bing-bong around this level, right? Maybe we lose it a little more, but really what you're looking for is maybe 2-hour, 4-hour candle closes above this level. You see it holding on some higher time frames. You can see we are starting to slip it a little bit on the 4-hour, but we start closing candles up here on the higher time frames. That could indicate that we are going to get that move up. And again, you have that 4-hour bull div that might indicate a move to the upside as well. And again, guys, before I let you go, please remember that I am not getting bearish. I am not getting bearish, or at least expecting much lower prices until we break this white box, more specifically 26,500. We start losing this white box, that's where we expect the breakdown. That's where we start to think this head and shoulders might play out in full. But until we start breaking those levels, I will be looking for potential long opportunities down here at the range lows, simply because we're at support, and we also have those divs forming, right? So, guys, I think that's all the time I got for tonight's live stream. Cutting it a little bit short, not as short as I thought I would. Hang on. Shout out to Rob the Crypto Snob. Said Death Burka said, good question. I don't know. Frankie Candles, how do you get to those open interest charts on Coinalyze? Real quick, pull up Coinalyze, right? Let me actually, hang on. Let me see something. Let me refresh here. So when you pull up Coinalyze, you will probably see something like this. I don't know exactly how it comes on default. I think this is really what it does default. So you have price action and then open interest, right? So the way I'm going to make a video on my Coinalyze settings, but this is what you get a stock, right? Default on Coinalyze, you get your regular trading view chart with your open interest, which represents all the outstanding contracts, right? Like, are people opening, like, this is showing people opening positions. This is showing people closing positions, right? So we could kind of deduce from this information that this big dump was likely longs getting wrecked, right? Because this is showing that people are closing positions, right? And I don't think you could see, I don't think you could see net longs. But if you could see like net longs, like on exo charts, you can actually see net longs and net shorts, right? So you could see, hang on, what time frame was that? I'm going to spit the sauce right now. I'm just feeling it. So yeah, right here, this big move to the downside, which I think is right here, you could see that not only was your open interest coming down, or that's net shorts. Sorry, let me hit up open interest, right? This is the same thing that we're looking at on Coinalyze. Don't get tripped out by all the lines and the colors. This is the same thing that we're looking at on Coinalyze, right? It's just open interest, showing people closing positions and opening new positions, right? So you come to exo charts, same thing. We could see on our candle here, we had a bunch of open interest coming down, or open interest was absolutely coming down, showing that people were likely getting stopped out here. And you could see, let me see, where are net longs? You could see not only was open interest coming down, but your net longs were coming down too, right? This is showing people coming out of their long positions, likely getting stopped out. And then if I click this rect button over here, you can see this red bubble indicates liquidations. Not the craziest amount, but on Coinalyze, it's a little bit easier to digest. If you go to your indicators and type in liquidations and just do aggregated liquidations, you could just, I mean, it depends what you want to look at. You could just do aggregated liquidations, and you could actually see here on these numbers right here, you could see we had 41 million longs liquidated right here, right? So this was definitely longs getting wrecked. And kind of what could have caused that, right? People who were longing just getting stopped out and liquidated, right? So open interest just comes out. I guess they asked Deathburger, you were asking how to get open interest. LFG. Okay, Deathburger. Hopefully that made sense to you. So that's open interest. It should be stock. But yeah, I usually look at liquidations. But I'm going to be coming out with a video. I'll probably shoot it tomorrow, my Coinalyze settings, and exactly how I have my stuff set up so you guys can get it how I have all my stuff set up. Exactly like this. There you go. So I'll make a video on this tomorrow. But with all that being said, guys, I think that's all the time I got for tonight's live stream. I'm going to try to take it easy tonight, get off a little early, eat some food, drink some eat some chicken noodle soup, drink some lemon water. I'll have Mrs. Candles try to squeeze those lemons with her plasticky hands. But let's go ahead and I'm not going to do the spins today, guys. How many likes do we have? We got 400 and shout out to Thesis himself. There he is. I'm here now. We can begin. Yellow X's equal fake. Shout out to Thesis. Bro, we were just talking about you. Don't look at the 8-hour time frame on a lot of this stuff, brother. And if you do, make sure you have Market Cipher A turned off. Shout out to Thesis himself. But yeah, let's go ahead and what do we got? 437 likes, guys. Let's go for 550 likes. If we hit 550 by the time the music stops, I'll go ahead and add 10 spins to the wheel. We also have to make up for the spins that we didn't do on Tuesday. I think we had 5 spins. So we'll add 5 spins. If we get 550 on tonight's stream, I'll add them to those spins. And then tomorrow we're going to have a big spin fest and a big giveaway going on because we got a lot to make up for. Hopefully, guys, I still have a fever. Hopefully, I feel better tomorrow, and I can just go for our normal schedule, and I can get that pre-record made for you guys, and we can get back to our regular schedule, because if there's one thing I absolutely cannot stand, guys, it is not being able to come on here and go live for you guys. But I am realizing more and more as I continue this YouTuber journey that health is probably the most important thing here. I'm kind of reckless with my health. I stay up late. I try to make as many videos as humanly possible. I stare at the charts as long as humanly possible, and I'm starting to realize that it probably is going to take a toll on me. So I'm trying to find balance here so I can be consistent for you guys. And shout out to everybody in here. I appreciate every single one of you guys. That is all the time I got for tonight's live stream. Thank you all for tuning in, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Same place, same time, 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Right back to the usual schedule. That's all I got. Frankie Candles out. Shout out to the Yellow X's and Thesis. Bing bong.
I don't think they running at my pace. Jordan 1s, gotta keep them laced. If she bad, I might have to get a taste. Whip go vroom, all set, I'm on a chase. I don't think they running at my pace. Jordan 1s, gotta keep them laced. If she bad, I might have to get a taste. Whip go vroom, all set, I'm on a chase. That's the way. I said I'ma do it, I'ma get it anyways. All I do is work, I got this money on my brain. I don't like to talk, I just got way too much to say. They been trying to get me, I'ma get them out of the way. I said I'ma do it, I'ma go and get it back. We got in a whip, then I went and hit the dash. I've been thanking God for this life that I done had. I don't need opinions, dog, I only need a facts. What's real, dog? Sitting still, dog. They in they feels, dog. I got these bills, dog. Need a meal, dog. If they wantin' less, it's no deal, dog. I don't think they running at my pace. Jordan 1s, gotta keep them laced. If she bad, I might have to get a taste. Whip go vroom, all set, I'm on a chase. I don't think they running at my pace. Jordan 1s, gotta keep them laced. If she bad, I might have to get a taste. Whip go vroom, all set, I'm on a chase.
Hey, yo, Jay, can we get some ratchet one time? Look, I don't wanna talk. How you try and press the kid and really you was soft. All you know is capping, homie, you don't know the law. Pedal to the metal, you ain't catching me in park. I just hit the stop. I don't wanna speak. Talking all that good, so I just hit you with the plays. Running up the score like Tyreek, I'm going deep. Watch me how I'm saucing, I be spreading it with ease. You gon' see the peace. You gon' see the flex when you hear these writtens. Trust me, you know the difference. I got a long ways to climb before you see a slippage. I see the process and the journey I'm supposed to be, but perplexed, cause I don't really see nobody close to me. Hopefully this ain't wasted, and I know it ain't. You gotta take the time for seasoning to marinate. You need the patience under pressure just to detonate. I'm trying to blow up and these heathens need to get it straight. Gifted with a vision and precision, I'm just trying to make it high key. Might be breaking free like I was Zion in some Nikes. Tucked at the crib, bro, you know just where to find me. Making beats and spitting crack verses pretty likely. Yeah, socks with the birds, boy, I ain't changed a bit. Normal guy till I die, you know what it is. You probably thought I'd give up now that I got some kids, but really now I got these arrows aiming at your ribs. I don't wanna talk. How you try and press the kid and really you was soft. All you know is capping, homie, you don't know the law. Pedal to the metal, you ain't catching me in park. I just hit the stop. I don't wanna speak. Talking all that good, so I just hit you with the plays. Running up the score like Tyreek, I'm going deep. Watch me how I'm saucing, I be spreading it with ease. You gon' see the peas. Hey, please be on the notice, these my motives. Bought my chicken and it's rotis. You parsimonious, you take it all cause you a locust. My focus is to grow this mission. A visionary, get a dictionary. We here off the rip and we ain't sharing, we just caring. Let me speak it to the manager. We damage her, no you ain't messing with an amateur. I'm ramming, the competition ain't standing up. They fanning from left to right cause now they branded us. Now who that is? Mike Jones, they ain't want me now. They all on me, got counterfeits trying to play me. I guess they thinking I'm Sony. These
Thank you. Oh my God, it's hot. Is it chicken noodle? Awesome. What is this? Am I live? This is chicken noodle soup, guys. This is not a candle. I do not drink candle wax in place of chicken noodle soup when I'm sick. If anybody asks, that's not what I do. It is really hot. Let's keep this, guys, let's keep this a secret. Let's keep, right, we're cool, right? Don't share. Guys, it's just regular chicken noodle soup. I don't drink candle wax to make myself feel better when I'm sick. I swear. I gotta go. Bing bong.
Where you from?